Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of Dive Into Diapering. Today we are going to talk all about inserts. So I know a lot of you that are starting out with your cloth diapering journey are worried about what kind of inserts to get. Are you getting the right kind? What works the best? So on and so forth. So we're going to go over all that today. I have my handy little cheat sheet that I'm going to go over with you guys. And I also have some examples. So first, we're going to go over my cheat sheet. So this is basically my list of what inserts hold the most and what absorb the fastest. So those are your two main components of your inserts, and it's very, very, very important to pay attention to what insert does what based on what your baby needs. So we're going to talk about capacity first. So we're going to go over least absorbent to most absorbent. So this is very important, especially for those who have heavy wetters. I myself have a son who is a very heavy wetter, and he was from the start, so more absorbency was a main priority for me. So least absorbent are your microfiber. It is also very important to note that microfiber inserts cannot touch baby's skin. Any other material can, microfiber cannot. So keep that in mind for those of you that do use covers and you just have the inserts there and not in a pocket. Microfiber cannot touch baby's skin. It's mainly because the material is absorbent. It's going to pull the oils off of your baby's skin. It's going to cause irritation, and their skin's going to dry out from it. So microfiber is your least absorbent insert. So next up is your charcoal bamboo. So a lot of people think that they are upgrading when they get charcoal bamboo. A lot of times there's actually microfiber inside the layers of the charcoal bamboo. So they are a little more absorbent, a little better than your basic microfiber. They can touch baby's skin, so that is a plus. But unfortunately, they're not that much better from absorbing. The bamboo does help a little bit, but there is still a good chance you might have compression leaks because there is microfiber usually on the inside. Next up is your cotton. So those that are looking for natural materials generally get cotton or hemp. So cotton is pretty good standard absorption, and you can get like basic just cotton, or you can get like cotton blends. So that's going to be your next up option. Then your bamboo. So bamboo is an excellent, very, very soft material to use. It's actually very common in basic inserts for your pocket diapers or your covers. So a lot of people do get cotton when they do use fitteds and pre-folds and flats and all those. But those that are doing basic pocket diapering, bamboo, in my opinion, is the way to go. It's the perfect place to start. They have different layer options, so you can get your very basic layer, which is usually like 4 to 6 layers, and then I'll go up from there, so you can get like 8, 9, 12, even 15 layer inserts. We'll go over all of those in like another episode because it does get pretty complex with how many different options are out there and what's within those layers. And last, for your most absorbent, is hemp. So when you guys are shopping for your inserts, if you have a heavy wetter, I do recommend bamboo hemp. It's going to be a little bit bulkier with the bamboo in there because hemp is pretty trim by itself, but it doesn't absorb fast, which is what we're going to get into next. So again, just to recap, so from least absorbent to most absorbent is your microfiber, your charcoal, your cotton, your bamboo, and your hemp. So keep that in mind when we start going over how fast it absorbs. All right, so speed of absorption is also another thing that you have to pay attention to, because if your baby pees quickly, that could cause a leak issue. So if you have a heavy wetter and they pee quick, hemp does need assistance for your inserts. So hemp is the slowest to absorb. What does that mean? If you just have a hemp insert in there and your baby is a heavy wetter, there's a good chance you're going to have a leak because it's not going to absorb fast enough, which is where like boosters come in, or adding a additional insert to help out. Next is bamboo. Again, it does hold a lot. It just doesn't absorb as fast. Then next is your cotton. So cotton is pretty in the middle for both of them. So it's a good place for those that want those like natural organic cotton type fibers. Then you have your microfiber. So it may not absorb a lot, but it does absorb quick. So if you don't have a heavy wetter, but your baby pees pretty quick, you may not have issues with microfiber to begin with. And last is your charcoal bamboo. So that's going to absorb the quickest, but again, it doesn't absorb a ton. So a thing to keep in mind with these is partnering them with other inserts. For example, for my heavy wetter, I use bamboo and hemp, or bamboo and cotton. Bamboo will sit on the top and cotton or hemp will sit on the bottom. So this is where your baby's bum will be. So the bamboo will absorb quickly, and then the hemp or cotton will absorb more, so there'll be less chance of a leak. So I'm gonna go over a few different ones. These are all from the same brand. If you guys are looking for where to start, Kinder is an excellent company to get cloth diaper essentials from. So first off is their white layer one. So this one is bamboo, and then just the trim is polyester. So this is your very basic, very trim insert. This is perfect for babies that are just getting into one size diapers. Usually they only need this to begin with, and it absorbs enough. It's pretty standard. It absorbs a decent amount and a decent speed. Next is the yellow insert. This is also bamboo, but it's got more layers to it. I'm not sure the exact number of layers, but if you go on their website, it does describe how many layers are in the inserts and how much it holds. So it's a little bit thicker than the basic white ones. And as your baby gets older, I actually have these together in the diaper, which still it isn't that bulky, and that works. Next is blue. This one is your hemp cotton. So this is your hemp side, that is your cotton side. A lot of times if you're unsure what's what, you can go into one of the Facebook groups and they can tell you what kind of insert you have in case you get them like pre-loved. So this one is also pretty trim. This one does absorb great as well. But again, you can partner it with a bamboo one, and that will help you get it absorbed quicker. And last, this one's my favorite. This one is bamboo, hemp, and cotton. So this one is a little bit bulkier. Your bamboo is on this side, and then the hemp cotton is on this side. So the bamboo side is what you want up facing the baby because it's gonna absorb quicker. And then your hemp cotton is on the back side, which is going to hold more in the end. And again, you can partner any of them together to give you more absorption. You don't just have to use one insert at a time. And that's pretty much it. So if you guys have any questions about inserts, if you have one that you're unsure about or how to fix the problem for leaking, let me know. I will be happy to help. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.